Greetings, my beautiful lovelies. It's Emmy. How are you? It's great to see you and welcome back. Today's video is sponsored by Helix Sleep, the makers of premium mattresses that are customized to fit your preferences and needs and conveniently delivered right to your doorstep. Take the Helix Sleep quiz like I did and it will match you with the mattress that fits your preferences and your needs. For example, I am a side sleeper, I prefer a firmer style mattress, and I share my bed with my husband. My husband also takes the quiz, and the sleep quiz will find the perfect compromise for the both of us. The sleep quiz matched us with the Helix Sleep Dusk Luxe, and we are getting great sleep. We've had our mattress now for almost 2 years, and it is a huge upgrade from our last mattress, which we inherited. And while it served us well, we were in desperate need of a new upgrade, and we've been getting terrific sleep. We wake up feeling well rested, and our backs feel supported. At this point, my entire family has a Helix Sleep mattress and everyone is getting terrific sleep. Besides getting great sleep, one of my favorite features is that the mattress comes rolled up and packaged in a cardboard box and conveniently delivered right to my door, which made it really convenient to maneuver and get up a narrow flight of stairs, and I was able to install the mattress myself. And Helix Sleep mattresses are fiberglass free. Helix Sleep also offers a 100-night sleep trial to make sure you love it. They have a 10-year warranty and financing options and flexible payment plans. Also, if you live in the US, shipping is free. So if you'd like to start getting some great sleep, click the link down below or head over to helixsleep.com/emmymade to receive 20% off your mattress and 2 free pillows. Big thanks to Helix Sleep for sponsoring this video and for allowing me to make better videos for all of you. So today we're going to be making a vintage recipe that was sent to me by PJ. PJ, thanks so much for getting in touch with me and sharing this recipe with me. I had never heard of it before, and it is for sad cake. We are going to be making a sad cake. I love the name, and it is sad because the cake rises in the oven, and then when you take it out, it cools off and it flattens out. But that's supposed to happen. It's supposed to taste delicious, and they're just a handful of ingredients, and I am intrigued. One of the main ingredients is this, and this is Bisquick. This is a baking mix that you can find here in the US. You can use it to make pancakes, biscuits, other kind of quick breads, as Bisquick implies, as in biscuits, Southern American style biscuits, not biscuits that are known in the UK or Australia or New Zealand. Not cookies. We think of biscuits as what they would call scones, a quick bread that's leavened with some baking powder and often a little bit of butter or some kind of shortening or some kind of fat, a quick bread. So all the leavening is in here already, the salt and of course the flour. And I don't know how old this cake recipe is, but I imagine it can't be older than Bisquick, which was invented in 1930, and I found lots of varieties of the sad cake, but the most basic one just involves this mix, some eggs, and a ton of brown sugar. I imagine this is going to taste very caramelly, and nuts and vanilla will, I think, enhance that and be a lovely combination with all that brown sugar. So I'm going to opt for that. I did see another variation that included dried coconut as well, which I think would be very good as well. But I think I'm just going to do the nut version for today. When I was a kid, one of my dad's favorite flavors of ice cream was butter pecan. And I had it for the first time in a very long time. And I didn't like it as much as I did as I remembered. I remember really, really liking it. And I wonder if that association had to do just simply because my dad loved it so much. Isn't it interesting how we have certain associations with certain foods, with certain people, and certain memories? Good old Pop. I love you, Dad. All right, so we have roughly chopped nuts. We don't want to chop them too fine because we want to definitely taste the pecans in this cake. The recipe calls for 1 pound of brown sugar. 1 pound. This is a 2-pound bag. So half of this bag of sugar. It's a lot of sugar. Next, we're gonna add 2 cups of our Bisquick. Bloop, Bisquick. And this contains flour, corn. Oh, it has cornstarch in it. No idea. Leavening. It has vegetable oil in it already. Sugar and salt. I think the last time I used Bisquick was when I made an impossible pie. I will put a link to that video down below. That's very interesting because you mix up a batter and while it's cooking, it makes its own crust. That's why it's called the impossible pie. I've made two versions. One was a sweet one with coconut and then the other one was a hamburger version. Check them out. Oh my goodness. How do you measure this out without making a mess? You don't, you just make a mess. Oh, it's making a mess. Okay, 1 cup. Oh. 2 cups. Oh, it's not quite full. That's terrible. Okay, almost there. There we go. 2 cups. So while I'm at it, I'm going to go ahead and add those nuts too. Give everything a stir. Okay, I did it again. My bowl is too small. I'm going to go bigger. Break up our sugar. Teaspoon of vanilla. Bloop. 4 beautiful eggs. Thanks, hens. I'm just going to do this all at one time rather than mixing them one at a time because I don't think this recipe is very fussy, which I really appreciate. Life can be complicated enough as it is. We don't need to make our recipes fussy sometimes, you know what I mean? It's kind of hard to believe that just 4 eggs is all the moisture that we're going to need for this recipe, but that's all that's listed. 4 eggs. This is a Danish whisk. It was sent to me by a beautiful lovely and I like it very much. I use it a lot more than I thought I would. It's really great for thicker batters. It's also called a bread whisk because you can mix doughs with it as well. But it makes quick work of mixing and I find it more efficient than, say, a wooden spoon for thick batters like this. Look at that. See? Smells good. Smells vanilla and nutty. So it says a 9 by 13, but I have a, what is this? This is a 13.5 by 8 3/4. 9 by 13, close enough. Okay, we're gonna grease our pan. I'm just gonna dump it in. So the Bisquick, as I mentioned earlier, has some leavening in it, some baking powder. So that's what's gonna make this rise. But it's gonna fall. We want it to fall because that's what makes it sad. But it's a tongue-in-cheek name because it's supposed to taste delicious, even though it's not particularly tall for a cake, you know? And there's, in my opinion, something to be said of being homely. Spread this around and into the corners and remove any Emmy hairs that you have in there. Oh gosh. Now we're gonna pop this into our preheated 350-degree oven and bake it for 30 minutes. We're gonna take it out, make sure it sinks nicely so it's nice and sad, and then we'll give it a taste. Alrighty, lovelies, see you in a little bit. Alrighty, my lovelies, it's been about 10 minutes since I pulled the sad cake out of the oven, and I have to say, it does not look that sad. I mean, it's not exactly gorgeous, but it's not ugly. I mean, that looks delectable. And I baked it a little shy of the 30 minutes. I pulled it out a couple minutes early because look how golden and gorgeous and risen it was on the sides, but I keep waiting for it to fall. It has sunk a little, but nothing like I had imagined. I imagined it would just go full on sunk fill right in the middle, but it hasn't happened. And from the descriptions I've read, it's supposed to get firmer as it cools. I'm going for an edge piece. What about you? Edge or middle? Ooh, it does feel soft. Okay. Oh, I love the top. The top does this great crackly thing that I love with brownies. I always was told that that was related to the chocolate, that a certain kind of chocolate would give you that crackly thin top. This obviously has no chocolate in it. Maybe it's the sugar. The sad cake. And indeed, it doesn't look like a cake in profile. You know, you don't really see a distinctive crumb at all. Definitely looks more like a bar. Definitely kind of crumbly. Well, I shouldn't say crumbly. It's more kind of gooey and sticky. Let's give this a taste. Here we go. Itadakimasu. Ooh. That is decadent. Definitely recommend the pecans in there. It gives it a marvelous texture. Nice little kind of soft crunch in there. A warm, gooey brownie texture. As sweet as a brownie. And it's a nice little chewiness to it too, from the brown sugar. I really like the edges. It's like crispness to it. And that great chew with a brownie edge piece. It's kind of like a blondie with a great pecan flavor, and the vanilla is really nice, and it tastes butterscotchy, and it tastes a lot like butter pecan. The vanilla in combination with the caramel and that lovely pecan is just a great combination. If you wanted to gild the lily, I think a little bit of whipped cream on the side would be nice. I think vanilla ice cream would be a little bit too much for me. It could be a little bit too sweet, but this is fantastic. Super easy, super simple, and just a handful of ingredients, and you get a really lovely thing that's not sad at all. Thanks so much for watching, and big thanks to Helix Sleep for sponsoring this video. If you'd like to get yourself a new mattress, please click the link down below or head over to helixsleep.com/emmymade to receive 20% off and 2 free pillows. Thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoyed that one. I hope you learned something. Please share this video with your friends. Follow me on social media. Get in touch with me. Share your ideas and your recipes. Love hearing from you. Like this video, subscribe, and I shall see you in the next one. Toodaloo. Take care. Bye. Nut it up.